Hello, hello, and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what my usual videos are. I wanted to do kind of like a crochet along with me and chat. I will be sharing how to do one of these ear warmers. It's super simple. This will be the tutorial we're going to focus on. And while we're crocheting, I'm going to be talking about my plans for Vlogmas, my plans to finish something that I've been working on for a really long time, 3+ years now, and that I want to get finished by the end of this year, so I'm hoping I can do it. So yeah, we're just gonna have some fun. I'm going to show you how to do these ear warmers, and we are going to chat. So stay tuned. So these are the ear warmers that I have already made. It's got this cute little twist in the front. I'm actually wearing one, and you could tell in the video. This is just, I made 3 so far, and I wanna make a 4th. I've made one for myself, and then I'm making one for each of my girls. I have 3 girls, so. So grab the end of your yarn, wrap it around, make a loop, and then bring that running yarn through that loop and pull up. We will be chaining 16. 2, 3, 4. All right, you should have 16 chains. And we're gonna be working 15 half double crochet. So we're gonna start by skipping this first chain and going into that second chain with our first half double crochet. We're gonna insert our hook into that top loop of the chain, pull up, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into that top chain of the top loop of the next chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over and pull through all 3. Working on our 3rd. I'm gonna double check and count my stitches and make sure I have 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Perfect. Okay, so instead of chaining 2, which a lot of people typically do with half double crochets, we are just going to chain 1. And this is gonna give us a nice straight edge for this ear warmer. Okay, so chain 1. Turn your work. I like to turn mine into me and over. yarn over and go, don't skip this first one, go right into that first stitch and half double crochet. And continue with your half double crochets all the way down the line. So we had just finished our second row. So now we're gonna do the same thing. I've already chained one. We're just gonna turn that work into us and over. You wanna keep that turn consistent. So whatever way you wanna turn. I'm gonna do another row of half double crochet. All right, let's get back to crocheting. 2 rows are almost equivalent to 1 inch. And for an adult size small to, or a teen to adult size small, it's about 21 inches. And then for the adult medium, I think it's adult medium or large, it's 22 inches. So I'll put up a chart on here so you guys can kind of figure that out. So you can measure how long you want, and you can figure out what size you want to make. Mine is going to be about 45 to 46 rows. I'm pretty sure it's 46. 3 rows done. Let's start with my plans for Vlogmas. So I wanted to participate in Vlogmas this year, and this will be my first time doing it, and it kind of scares me, I'm not gonna lie. The simple fact that I will have to post every day. I have 4 kids, and I, you know, with mom duties and helping my husband run his business, it's kind of, it's a lot, you know, filming and editing and all that. It takes a good amount of time, but I'm hoping with Vlogmas, I can learn how to get videos done faster so that I can post a little bit more regularly. I'm stuck somewhere. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. And side note, make sure that you are being cautious of your tension, because you will see it if you start to pull a little bit tighter than the other rows. So make sure you're just more of a relaxed tension. That way it's not caving inwards, okay? Moving on. So some projects and stuff I have planned for Vlogmas. Obviously, crochet tutorials. I want to share some of the tutorials. I will be working on Christmas presents, obviously. So I want to be able to share some tutorials with you, maybe some tips along the way. Hunter. So crochet is my main squeeze. I love her. She's absolutely awesome. I learned to do crochet about 10 plus years ago, actually 11 years now. And I always come back to her. She's my favorite hobby. But I will say that I am just a collector of hobbies. I also love macrame, which I plan on doing some macrame tutorials too. I also just love DIYs and crafts in general. So if I can, I'll sprinkle some of those in there as well. But my main focus, I think this Christmas season, is crochet and macrame. So we will have to see. So it will be, I'm hoping to get a lot of tutorials out while I'm vlogging, like a vlogging type of style. So like kind of like this, but more of like what I do throughout the day as well. Sprinkle a tutorial in the same video, like a quick one. Every year I tell myself I'm going to make a lot of handmade gifts, and it comes to like 2 weeks before Christmas and I haven't really done much. So I have started early for sure. I started middle of November, I think. So that's what I mean, I'm already doing good. So hopefully this just keeps me accountable in many ways as far as posting videos and doing Christmas presents. So yeah, those are my plans. Those are my plans for this December. Okay, so for the big one. Also for this December, I have been working on this project for 3+ years now, and it has been one of those things that kind of haunts me that I haven't got done yet. So I also want to hold myself accountable for at least finishing this project, the bigger part of the project, I want to hold myself accountable for doing this project and finishing it by the end of December. So not necessarily Christmas, but the end of this year. And what it is I have been working on a children's book. I've been working on it forever. The reason why it's taking so long is I had it almost all the way illustrated. I'm illustrating and writing. I wrote the book. I'm illustrating it. It's a children's book. And you know, illustrations take a long time. Mind you, I have never done illustrations before. I just decided I'm gonna do my own illustrations. I could do this, right? I've always loved drawing. I've always loved art. And so I'm like, I can do this. Yeah, I can, and I'm almost there, but I did have to scrap my illustrations like 3 times. So this is the 3rd time I'm working on it, and that I actually like my style. And there's still part of me that thinks my style can improve, but it is my first book. So, I mean, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I tend to be a perfectionist, which kind of gets me in trouble sometimes. So I'm trying to get out of that, but I do love the way that it's coming out. And I do want to share the last bit of the book process with you guys. Again, to hold myself accountable and to just share, you know, because there's a lot of new things that I've done that I feel like I can help other people kind of get over the fear of starting something. I recently released my first pattern, or I haven't released it yet. I recently just got my first pattern tested and it's ready to go. I just need to build my website and get it up there. I think I'll be going through Stan Store first just to get me started basically. And then I might move on to like a Shopify or something, who knows, but I'll keep you guys informed on my plans on that. But I really just wanted to finish this. I mean, it's been weighing on me, and I want to be able to prove to myself that I did it, you know? And the great thing about this book too is it will have crochet characters in the book. It's actually what started my book, is the first one, Ballora. That's my first pattern. That was my first idea, is making this crochet doll, right? Selling that pattern for the doll and making a children's book off of it, so that it like sparks that imagination in kids, and a loved one or the child themselves could make the doll to go along with the book. And that's what my book's about. It's about imagination. And that's something that I've always had as a kid, and it's something that I carry with myself as an adult. I like to daydream. I love to dream things up. That's just who I am. That's who I'll always be. So instead of just dreaming about it, I'm trying to make it come to life. And it's not only this one pattern that I have made. I actually have 7 other characters. I wanted to bring those book characters alive. I also used my kids for the book. So I have 4 kids, and they are each in the book, and it is them using their imagination and dreaming up these characters and using play, right? Because I don't know about you other moms, but my kids like to say, I'm bored. I'm so bored. I'm bored. And I remember saying that as a kid too, but I also used that boredom for imagination. Like I personally feel that when you are bored, that's when you can turn your thinker on, your imagination, and think up something amazing. It truly is something that I want to teach my kids, is use your imagination. Love what you do. Use your imagination for fun, play, all of the things, right? I want to inspire my kids to create the, not only like, basically create your world, the world you want to live in. You can either see it as a very creative place. My dog's barking at something. Oh, the bus is here. But yeah, so that's the little spiel about my book. And I will go into some details about it. All right, so I have 20 rows done, and we are continuing on. Just wanted to check in with you and let you know how far I have gotten. Absolutely love these characters, and I want to bring them to life. I really do. I started with regular acrylic yarn. It was I think it's the Yarn Bee. It's the yarn from Hobby Lobby, the acrylic yarn. But one thing that worries me about acrylic is that it does peel, which it can be a little bit harder to take care of as far as a plush. I've been doing amigurumi for a really long time for my kids, and so I can tell what kind of wears down and what doesn't. So I switched over. So I'm actually working on redoing the patterns, even though I've kind of already worked on the patterns. So there's a lot of changes that have been happening to kind of set me back on a launch or a release. And I am testing out polyester, 100% polyester. This makes like the most softest type of amigurumi. I think we all know that, but also it works up quicker. And one thing I was worried about with these dolls is I wanted them to be a certain size, but obviously if you go with a regular yarn, a medium 4 weight, it will take longer, right? So I was like, I don't want people to get discouraged and not finish the project. And so I'm testing out these polyester yarns. Right now I'm working with Parfait, Chunky, Premier. I have found a little bit of difficulty trying to find an orange in this yarn, so I might want to switch to Hobby and see like the difference. So this will be a good testing period for me. I can kind of see which yarn will work best for these patterns, and I could probably do a review on these yarns too. I just want to figure out what's going to work better for my color scheme that I already have, and like the workability of it. How easy is it to work with? How does it feel? How does it look? So maybe I'll do a review on that type of stuff. But yes, I will be working on those patterns alongside finishing my children's book illustrations. The wording's all done. I just need to finish the illustrations and send it out to get it edited and looked over, basically. I've been hiding for so long, and I'm kind of just really ready for a new chapter, I guess. I'm really ready to get this book out. I've been terrified that I'm gonna work so hard. I think that's what's been holding me back too, is this fear of working so hard and it going nowhere. You know, I'm sure everybody has that feeling when they start a new project and they're so excited and passionate about it. And I've just kind of decided I'm not gonna let that fear sink in anymore. I'm not gonna have this imposter syndrome anymore, because I am capable and you are capable. You are capable of doing the hard things. We just need to get over that fear and embrace it, because you can never fully enjoy an opportunity if you don't follow through. You'll never know what could have been. And I rather it flop and have this treasure of my own and my kids. It can, if anything, it would have been just for my kids. You know, it would be a book that we can pass down from generation to generation that, you know, mom, grandma, great grandma made. So I really, really, really am excited about this process, and I have so many ideas on videos I want to do. And maybe if you're working on a big project too, maybe you can take this as an opportunity, and we can live through each other, and we can work alongside each other and make these dreams come true. That, if anything, that would be amazing, right? So let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. I'm hoping I can finish this in time. It is already starting to get dark where I am. It gets dark at 5 now. So I'm like still trying to use all the natural light I can, but we are running out. We are running out of this natural light. There's my kids. They're having fun. That's all that matters. All right. All right, so it's a lot darker, and thankfully I have finally finished all 46. I will show you what the measuring looks like, so that way you guys can have an idea of how much rows you will have to make. And then I'll show you how to make the twist on the headband. Okay, so I was wrong. It's about 20 inches that I have done for these headbands. If you wanted to do like 19, if you wanted to get to 19 inches, you would take 3 rows off. If you wanted to get to 18, it looks like 5 rows off. If you wanted to make it bigger, then you would obviously add 2 or 3 more rows for each inch. So I just cut my end, and I have a chain 1 on the last row. I'm just gonna pull up and tighten. And now we are going to flip. It doesn't matter which side is which. We are going to lay it flat. And what we're gonna do here is I like to take the ends and make them on the outside, so that way we can crochet them together. I'm gonna put each end halfway. So I'm gonna put it like halfway on each other, and then fold over. So we're like tacoing it. And then fold this end over this side. And so you'll have four ends attached to each other. Now I'm gonna grab my darning needle. Mine is super small right now. I can't find my bigger ones, so that's fun. But we will use what we got. Okay. So I've got my ends. I'm gonna start this end, and you wanna make sure you get through all 4, otherwise one of those ends will be visible when you flip it over. Go through all 4. Do not miss one. So that's what it looks like sewed up so far. I'm gonna make a couple more passes towards this end part right here. And then I'm gonna take both ends and tie them together. And just double check and make sure that they look good. They do, perfect. Now you're gonna wanna sew in all your ends and then cut your remaining end off and you are done. And you will have this beautiful ear warmer right here. Just like that. We're done. I want to thank you so much for sticking with me on this tutorial and the chat, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I am sorry about the background noise, but I do have 4 kids, so it is kind of hard to just have complete silence while I'm filming. I hope that you stay and do more tutorials with me. I hope that you stick around for Vlogmas. I hope you hit that subscribe button, like this video, share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.